Hello guys, we're from group 4. My name is Rizky Muhammad Raihan. I am as a leader from this project group and also as a video creator. And this is my friend. Her name is Apriela Aulia Soleha, and this is Ines Rahmawati Effendi. Now, it is my friend too. Yeah, you know, she is Sri Maulidia, and he is Rangga Sri Tresna.
We have 8 tense in here. The first one is simple present tense. Second is simple past tense. Third is present continuous tense. Fourth is past continuous tense. And fifth is present perfect tense. Sixth is past perfect tense. 7 is present future tense. And 8 is past future tense. Simple present tense. It used to when an action happen regularly. The formula for the simple present tense is for the active voice subject plus verb 1 es or s plus object plus informal information. And for the passive voice is object plus is or are plus verb 3 plus by plus subject plus informal information. We can see the example from this video. From this video, the example in the active voice is Rizky plays laptop after the study is over. Rizky is as the subject, plays is as the verb es or s, laptop is as the object, after the study is over is as the informal information. How to change it into a passive voice? Step 1 is change the position of the subject and the object. Example: a laptop is blah 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 Rizky after the study is over. A laptop is as the object, Rizky is as the subject, and after the study is over is as the informal information. Step 2: a laptop is blah 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 by Rizky after the study is over. Add a is after the object and by before the subject. And step 3: a laptop is played by Rizky after the study is over. Played, change it into a verb 3. So the result is Rizky plays laptop after the study is over. It's as an active voice before we change it into a passive voice. Then we got a passive voice like a laptop is played by Rizky when the study is over. Yes, it's for the passive voice. Simple past tense is used to describe an event in the past. The formula for the simple past tense is in the active voice subject plus verb to ed plus object plus informal information. And for the passive voice is object plus was or were plus verb 3 plus by plus subject plus informal information. For the example we can see from this video.
Yeah. Okay.
From this video we can get example from the active voice. Rizky waited his mother to call him yesterday. Rizky is as the subject, waited is as the verb to ed, his mother is as the object, to call him yesterday is as the informal information. How to change it into a passive voice? The step 1 is change the position of the object and the subject. Example, Rizky's mother blah 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 Rizky for call him yesterday. Rizky's mother is as the object, Rizky is as the subject, for as a to change it to the for call him yesterday as the informal information. Step 2, Rizky's mother was blah 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 by Rizky for call him yesterday. Add was after the object is as to be and by before the subject. And step 3, Rizky's mother was waited by Rizky for call him yesterday. Change it waited into a verb 3. So the result is, for the active voice, Rizky waited his mother to call him yesterday. Then we change it into a passive voice, so we get a tense like Rizky's mother was waited by Rizky for call him is for the passive voice. Present continuous tense. This tense is used to describing an action which happened right now. Formula. The formula for the present continuous tense is, for the active voice, subject plus is or am or are plus verb ing plus object plus informal information. And formula for the passive voice is object plus is or am or are plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus subject plus informal information. For the example we can see from this video. So the example from the active voice is, Aulia is sweeping the yard in the morning. Aulia is as the subject, sweeping is as the verb ing, the yard is as the object, in the morning is as the informal information. How to change it into a passive voice? Step 1. Change the position of the subject and the object. The yard is blah 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 early in the morning. The yard is as the object. Aulia is as the subject. In the morning is as the informal information. Step 2. The yard is being blah 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 by Aulia in the morning. Add a being after the object and by before the subject. Step 3. The yard is being swept by Aulia in the morning. The verb in, change it into a verb 3. So the result is Aulia is sweeping the yard in the morning. It's as the active voice form, so we change it into a passive voice form. We will get the yard is being swept by Aulia in the morning. So it is the passive voice form. Past continuous tense. This tense is used to describing an action or event in a time before now. The formula for the past continuous tense is in the active voice form. Subject plus was or were plus verb in plus object plus informal information. And the formula for the passive voice is object plus was or were plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus subject plus informal information. For the example, we can see from this video. So from this video, we can get an example is Aulia was walking to the school yesterday. Aulia is as the subject, walking as the verb in to the school as the object, and yesterday as the informal information. How to change it into a passive voice? Step 1. Change the position of the subject and the object, but the informal information is stay on there. The school is as the object, Aulia is as the subject, yesterday is as the informal information. Step 2. The school was being blah 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 by Aulia yesterday. At was and being after the object and by before the subject. Step 3. The school was being walked by Aulia yesterday. Add a verb 3 form. So the result is Aulia was walking to the school yesterday. It is an active voice form, so we change it into a passive voice form. So we will get the school was being walked by Aulia yesterday. So it is the passive voice form.
Present perfect tense. We use this tense on the condition that have occurred and the effect can still be felt. The formula for the present perfect tense is For the active voice, subject plus has or have plus verb 3 plus object plus informal information. And for the passive voice, object plus have or has plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus subject plus informal information. For example, we can see from this video. Okay guys, from the video we can conclude Lydia has swept in front of the class. So it's clear now. Lydia is as a subject, swept is as the verb 3, in front of the class is as an object. So it's clear now is as an informal information. How to change it into passive voice? Step 1. Change the position, the subject, and an object. So the sentence become in front of the class blah 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 Lydia. So it's clear now. In front of the class is as an object. Lydia is as a subject. So it's clear now is as an informal information. Step 2. In the sentence, add has and been, and also before the subject, you have to add by. So the sentence become in front of the class has been blah 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 by Lydia. So it's clear now. Step 3. Because in the active voice already using the verb 3, so in passive voice we just write again the verb 3 that has been there. So the sentence become in front of the class has been swept by Lydia. So it's clear now. So the result is, for the active voice, Lydia has swept in front of the class. So it's clear now. And for the passive voice, in front of the class has been swept by Lydia. So it's clear now. Past perfect tense. We use this tense on the condition that have occurred and the effect is not able to be felt again. The formula for the past perfect tense is, for the active voice, subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object plus informal information. And for the passive voice, object plus had plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus subject plus informal information. For example, we can see from this video. Okay guys, from the video we can conclude Ines had written a letter for Adam. Ines is as a subject, written is as the verb 3, a letter is as an object, for Adam is as an informal information. How to change it into passive voice? Step 1. Change the position, the subject, and an object. So, the sentence become a letter had blah 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 in as for Adam. A letter is as an object. Ines is as a subject. For Adam is as an informal information. Step 2. In the sentence, add had and been, and also before the subject you have to add by. So the sentence become a letter had been blah 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 by Ines for Adam. Step 3. Because in the active voice already using the verb 3, so in the passive voice we just write again the verb 3 that has been there. So the sentence become a letter had been written by Ines for Adam. So the result is, for the active voice, Ines had written a letter for Adam. And for the passive voice, a letter had been written by Ines for Adam.
Present future tense. This tense is used to describing a plan and predict the future. The formula for the present future tense is, for the active voice, subject plus will plus verb 0 plus object plus informal information. And for the passive voice is object plus will plus be plus verb 3 plus subject plus informal information. For the example, we can see from this video. From this video, we can get the example is Sri will eat meatball after she from the library. Sri is as the subject, eat is as the verb 0, a meatball is as the object, after she from the library is as the informal information. How to change it into a passive voice form? Step 1. Change the position of the subject and the object, but the informal information stay on there. A meatball is as the object and Sri is as the subject, after she from the library is as the informal information. Step 2. Add will be after the object and by before the subject. Will be is after the object and by is before the subject. Step 3. A meatball will be eaten by Sri after she from the library. Change the verb 0 into the verb 3. So the result is Sri will eat a meatball after she from a library. It is an active voice form, so we change it into a passive voice form. We will get a meatball will be eaten by Sri after she from library. It is a passive voice form.
Past future tense is describing a plan and predict the future in the past. Formula. The formula for the active voice is first, subject plus word plus verb 0 plus object plus informal information. And the formula for the passive voice is object plus word plus be plus verb 3 plus subject plus informal information.
For the example we can see from this video.
Example in the active voice. Rangga would sit on a chair then check his phone. Rangga is a subject. Sit as a verb 0. Chair as a object. And check this phone as informal information. How to change it into a passive voice? Step 1. Change the position of the subject and the object. The object is on the first word, and the subject is on the object position, and the information is then on its position. Step 2. A chair would be blah blah Rangga, then check his phone. Be at and by. Step 3. A chair would be sat by Rangga, then check his phone. Set change into the verb 3. So the result is Rangga would sit on a chair then check his phone for active voice. And then for the passive voice is a chair would be sat by Rangga then check his phone. It is a passive voice form.